Hi Flosstube, I'm Misty Purcell. Welcome to my channel. Today is Sunday, May 12th. It's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to you. Caffeinating as always. It's afternoon, but you still need coffee in the afternoon. I think this is gonna be a pretty short video. I didn't even bother to print my notes out because I think I can remember like the whole 5 things that I have to talk about today. How have you been? Hope your mania is going well. I guess I'm participating. I don't hashtag anything as mania, but I'm stitching. I'm always stitching and I'm enjoying it. And I've been giving some thought to maybe doing a couple of new starts since you all persuaded me to lighten up. I finally finished reading through and responding to the comments on the how many whips are too many video. And I've had some more thoughts about you know, what my issues are around having multiple whips. And I think the one thing I also realized recently in reading the comments, is that one, I'm kind of impatient. So that's one reason that I feel compelled to get things finished. And I'm also afraid that if I don't finish something quickly, I won't finish it at all. But I noticed in reading comments of people who have multiple whips going that they just trust that they'll get them done. And that's you know, it's good to trust yourself. And I think, you know, actually with cross stitch and actually with most of my hobbies, I do finish what I started. Quilting is the exception. And I think that's where I run into some problems that kind of float into my anxiety about other hobbies, because I have a lot of unfinished quilts and that bothers me. I think just because I think the problem with quilting is that fabric changes so much in like a decade that your stuff can look dated, and for me sometimes like my style or taste have changed so much that I'm not motivated to finish some of the things that I started. Whereas with cross stitch, just last year, you know, I finished that 12 days cricket series, and that had been something I'd started like maybe a decade before that, and I've had, you know, so even with knitting and crochet, for the most part, I've finished things or decided they weren't worth finishing, and I've not really had a problem. But I think when I think about quilting, that's where I have several unfinished projects, and where some of my anxiety comes from, I think, about having multiple projects and having them not finished and perhaps never finished. But I'm gonna try having more whips, at least for the summer. I don't know if I can do it during the school year. It might make me crazy, but I'm gonna see if I can rotate 5. So we'll see. And that doesn't mean that I won't have maybe a couple that are sitting out in timeout. We'll see with that as well, because button-ups in timeout. Okay, I feel like I'm rambling. Let's move on. So yeah, this is a short video because mostly I've just been really busy dyeing fabric, and I'm getting ready for my new design release, which will be coming up this week. I'm really excited about it. So yeah, I've just been really busy, and that's why this is a short video, because I've just been busy. Okay, I hit a milestone this week on my birthday start from last year, which was the American Flag Quilt Sampler. This was in hibernation during the school year, and I've brought it back out since classes ended. And so I managed to finish the entire star section. Yay! So this is the colony section of the flag, and then there's a couple bonus, we'll call them bonus stars. And I realized that I kind of was getting bogged down in this towards the end, and I wasn't loving the color combinations in the blocks, but I also didn't want to spend like my entire life changing every single block that I don't like, because there's, you know, whatever, 55 of these squares in here, at least. I think around 55. And I like it better as they're like all together, but I just noticed that there's certain color combinations as I'm stitching a block that really bug me. and it makes me not want to work on the block. So I'm having some issues there, I'm realizing, with this project. So that happened with both of the last 2 blocks. So hopefully now I'll be happier because, well, one, I'm moving across to stitch the word 1. So it's just these stitches and then some eyelet stitches. I don't have to make any decisions. I'm just going to stitch. And then I can continue on. But I'm really happy with it. Overall, I think it's really pretty. And I just need to stop being so picky about the color combos. But for me, I don't fit with this in the picture. Yeah, my problem was just kind of some of this coloring here. This was very 80s, I felt. But that could be because of ways I've changed colors. Whatever. We're moving on. It doesn't matter. There's going to be 55. If some of them look 80s, oh well. Yeah. This is my new lighten up approach to life, friends. The oh well approach. So I was really pleased to have the square section done. And it feels like it's really coming together. So that made me really happy. And I celebrated with a new start, which I'll show you in a moment. But I want to show you my progress on this year's birthday start, which is Away We Ride. Blackbird Designs. I got this last year for my birthday. Yeah, it's a lot of black and gray. I don't really mind because I'm breaking it up. But it is a lot of black and gray. So this is what it looks like. It's so, so pretty. I love it. I haven't been posting too many progress photos lately on Instagram, but I've been working on it. I slowed down a little bit so I could finish that section of the flag. So it's beautiful. I expect that where I'm at now will take me a little bit of time doing all the little stars floating around the sky. I'm looking forward to getting to the birds and the funny little house that looks like the Weasleys live in it. So yeah, this is awesome. And I just got this chart in my shop. So if you're interested in stitching it, it's available there. I failed to say, but I always like to mention this, what I'm doing. So the giant flag is stitched on 40 count Zweigart soft ivory, 1/2, with many DMC substitutions. And Away We Ride is stitched on 40 count macchiato, which is my hand-dyed fabric. And I'm using the called for flosses, except the orange is toffee rather than pumpkin by Gentle Arts. New start. So when I finished the giant flag, I decided it was time to start my next project in the Very Prairie year, Sal. Thank you everyone who encouraged me to get going on Where There Are Bees. I took your advice and started Where There Are Bees. I showed you last week the color combination that I'm thinking of using. I may change my mind about this, but I did go with a slightly lighter pink than what I had originally considered. But I got the top done, and man, this is a fast stitch so far. I mean, will I change my tune at some point? I don't know, this doesn't seem that bad. We'll see. But right now, I feel like a speedy stitcher, which pretty much never happens. So that's what we've got. This is 32 count Weeks Dye Works, and the colorway is linen. I'm stitching 2/2. So this brown is not called for in the design. It was a substitution that I made. I really like this border. It was cool to stitch. I think it just looks interesting, and I like the honeycomb kind of shapes. So that was fun, and it's good to have something on 32 count because I was doing all 40 count. It's good to break it up a little bit. So that was awesome. And so I'm considering starting maybe like two more small projects this month, maybe going into June. I'm thinking of doing, well, I'm planning to do the 24 hours of cross stitch. I just joined the Facebook group, and I might do a new start for that as well as rotate some whips. So I need to start thinking ahead to what I'm gonna do. From the archives, since it's Mother's Day, I thought I'd show something my mom made for me from the archives. My mom made me these dolls for Christmas, I think it was, and I was probably about 4 or 5. think I had matching pajamas for this one. So they're very cute and kind of 70s, 80s looking because, well, I grew up in the 80s. She's even got little fuzzy slippers. So this is the pajama one. Yarny hair. They're well loved. Okay, and then this one reminds me of Strawberry Shortcake. If you grew up in the 80s, or, well, I guess now she's back in style, so whoops. And she kind of looks a little bit like me. So my mom was awesome. She made 4 of these dolls for me that year. She's got her little apron. These are a bit yellow. They're a bit old. My mom taught me to sew. She taught herself to sew. And she taught me to cross stitch. She's very crafty, so I get my artistic and craftiness from my mom. She always encouraged me to do crafts and taught me how to do a lot of stuff. So I'm very grateful for that. And we've got this. This one looks like she's up to no good. I think the expression suggests that she's a bit of a troublemaker. Can you see all the dust flying around? I should clearly dust my house. But I have other priorities. I have fabric to dye. Oh, did you notice the legs are the ticking? It's awesome. They've got little felt shoes. So I don't know, this must have taken her forever because, you know, the faces are hand embroidered. The hair is all, you know, acrylic yarn that she had. So this is the last one. She's got bows on the back. She brought me, my mom, when she came at, during my spring break to visit, she brought me the patterns so that I could see them. She still had them in her stash. So I told her, you know, she should hold on to them. I don't remember what the company is that made these patterns, but so these still live with me. We just found a bench at an antique shop that they fit on perfectly. I'll insert a picture of that so you can see. And I've got them on display in my living room. I've got some other toys that she made me too from my childhood, but I thought it'd be fun for you to see these. So thanks, Mom, for making me these awesome dolls and teaching me all my crafty habits. I'll be calling her later today to wish her a happy Mother's Day. Okay, so that was from the archives. And yeah, look at that dust go. What can I say? Acquisitions. I had purchased a few things. These were, I was enabled. I'd seen Amy from Amy Loves Toads share these. I think I've also seen Leah Noel share them. And they've been on my wish, this one has been on my wish list for a while by Filigram. I love it. I like the silk ribbon embroidery with the flowers. I haven't done that in a long time. I've done it like once, but I think I could handle that. Amy showed this, which was kind of like, I just couldn't take it. So I was able to find this at yeoldcrossstitchery.com, which is in Pennsylvania. And then Amy had also shown this, which I had seen, but I hadn't seen the duck, and the duck just kind of put me over the edge. I do like, I'm not like, you know, I'm not a huge spider fan, but I do like flowers and butterflies, plants. I don't know, maybe I can just put the web and no spider, or maybe I can change it to something else. We'll see what happens. So that was my acquisition, and I think that's all of my stuff. I got a few things in the shop this week. Actually, I got a lot of new charts in, not necessarily brand new, but just new to the shop. I don't think I can say this as well as Vanna, but hoopla. I don't have the jubilance about it, I guess. Like, I don't know. I'm not doing it very well. I need to like insert Vanna's voice saying hoopla in here. Anyway, the new hoopla, I've gotten that in my shop. And I've got, like I said, a lot of charts, but I just picked a few that I wanted to showcase for today. This is a Brenda Gervais one also, that as I was looking at her designs, I just thought this was so sweet, so I had to pick this up for the shop. Good Deeds, this is called. It seems to be a Brenda Gervais appreciation, but there are non-Brenda Gervais charts also. Field Mouse Hollow. So I'm definitely in a Halloween mood, and I ordered a lot of Halloween charts, so this one is super awesome. Look at that moon. So cute. And certainly not least, but last, I've got several Halloween Blackbird design charts in the shop, including Away We Ride. I just had to. And I picked up a little bit of Rabbit Run and Where There Are Bees, so if you feel like stitching along with me on one of those are also in my shop. I've got a couple copies, I think. I've got Pat's Favorite Needles back in stock in all of the sizes. And gosh, I think that's it. It's gonna be a short one, but next time I'll have my new design release and it'll be a bit longer. Working on some new designs right now and finishing up some designs that I've created. So I've just been really busy. I don't know how I ever had time to teach during the school year. Feels like I don't know how I fit that in with everything that I'm doing right now. Clearly I wasn't doing as much. But it's coming along. Every once in a while I hit like a snag. Like right now I've got like this really great design and it's almost there, but I can't quite figure out how I want to do the border. And so I keep pushing and I'm not quite getting anywhere. It's a little bit frustrating. I'm just waiting for it to come together and I just have to keep waiting, I guess. So I might take a break from the design for a little while to let my brain kind of keep working on it in the background. But I'm really excited about that one in particular. And I can't wait to finalize it because I really want to stitch it. I like it that much that I'm just like, hurry up and finish this so you can start stitching. So I think that's a good place to be. Alrighty, well, happy Mania to you. I hope you're all well. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Thanks for liking, thanks for commenting. I really appreciate all the comments. And I will see you next week. Take care.